Can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out.
So this vlog kind of started late. it's like 10:30 at night now. We got the first hog completely processed and done. Once we finished that hog, we kind of called it a night. Before I did that, I had a big feed order come in, about 18,000 pounds, that we were trying to get done before the rain happened. So we got started late, but we've got our table all cleaned up. I'll show you where we're at so far. And tomorrow you'll see a whole lot more, but you hear the little chirping. This is our turkeys that we just got. So welcome to the farm, turkeys. But here's where we're at so far. This is the first hog here, all processed. We got the bacon's already started curing. The cuttings have not been, we've not done any sausages yet. All the pork chops. We got the other hog hanging right there. What's up, dude? So he's cool, he's hanging. We're gonna let them chill for the night because it was already so late. And I said, you know what, it's literally 9:45 when we started cleaning up. And I said, I don't wanna have to keep everybody up, because once you start the process, you got to keep on going. So it never doesn't stop. You actually have to stop it when you finish, because you can't halfway cut a hog up. So I said, let's get to a stopping point. Let's clean up, because it's not just the fact that you have to do the work and get to a stopping point. You have to clean your mess up, because there's messes everywhere. So I said, it's almost 10. Let's just go and call it a night. So we're going to get back in here in the morning. I have to do some chores, my normal stuff. I got to get the rest of the feed off the trailer. I've got to do some personal work with my job. And then around lunch, I'm going to jump back in here and try to knock it all out. While I'm cutting up the other hog, hopefully the girls can help me like they were helping me. Aiden can help me, Annabelle can help me. And then Misty and Jennings can start doing the sausage grind. And that will help everything go a little smoother, because all total we have 447 pounds worth of meat that we're dealing with. So a lot of meat. So we just did 230 something last week. I've got one more to do. I'm not going to do anytime soon, because this is going to fill us. I mean, we're going to be filled to the brim full of meat. But just like tonight, we had a breakfast supper. We ate some sausage, bacon, ate our eggs, of course, ate some homemade biscuits. So we literally eat some kind of meat, especially all meat, all farm, but especially hog. We eat probably once or twice a day. So it's a big part of our diet. So here's to more work tomorrow. Misty's got the lard already going. The turkeys are chirping away, and we'll keep an eye on them, because turkeys, when they're young, they do take a lot of care, a lot of concern. So we got them indoors and a controlled environment, heat pan on them, a high protein diet, and hopefully they'll get big enough to where we can put them outside and they'll thrive here on the farm. Day 2. So you've started on the first hog, doing the pork chop. So we got about right at 60 pork chops on that one, which is common.
That's what I'm not gonna sell all day.
Yeah. We'll just try to put it probably with another one. We can fit it in. So that was about 54. We average around 54, so we have about right at 60 counting the sirloin chops. So we have another hog we're fixing to process. Before we get done with that, the girls have the first Boston butts wrapped up. We've got to get this and start seasoning it so they can start doing sausage. Sayla's got the first bacons already sitting and aging out. There's the other 2 hogs. We got them hanging up. The ribs we have to cut up, so lots going on. We're going to go ahead and get started on the second one right after I do sausage. You're on the last thing, aren't you? Just ribs, got the Boston butts. We've got a mess we got to clean up. We have tons of freezers, and the fridge is full. Our pork freezer is completely, that's the milk freezer. Pork freezer is completely full. We're actually moving to a secondary version of this, and we're worn out. It's been a family ordeal. The girls and Misty are still finishing up in there. So what that loud racket is them finishing up on the grind. So it's been a long day, but we're almost there. Plus we're still aging the bacon, so that'd be the last thing we have to do. And I'll have to actually smoke those in the next few days. But hey, Lots done now. It's just a big cleaning, and then we're gonna try to relax tonight. So we finished the hogs over the last 2 days. They're done. The only thing that we're doing now is we have lard rendering. If that's not fully done yet, we have bacon getting aged and getting cured, and then we also have pork jerky off the tenderloin. We'd rather eat it as jerky than eating like a pork tenderloin. Misty don't like cooking it, and so it's just pretty much doing those last few things. We've got to get all that done because we're actually going out of town this next week. So we're gonna be hosting a little activity kids thing for a lot of the people in the community on our tennis court. They're gonna bring in a little person to come in, and so it'll be fun for the kids to kind of hang out. It's kind of part of our homeschool, and everybody kind of going doing this little last thing before they start back to school. So that's what we've done. Now what you didn't see the last few days, because it's been flooding, is we just got a monster feed order in. We had 18,000 pounds come in. And really the point of the day is I've got to just kind of tidy up. This garden is done, so I'm gonna disc it one more time, and then I'm gonna go ahead and have poly tarps going on it for the year, and then it'll be covered until next year. Aiden's working on a boiler that he's been tinkering on, but this is the feed order. This is just some of it. We had 18,000 pounds come in. You got it working?
Not yet. I'm taking the carburetor out right now.
He's been working on it. He's got it working, and he just can't stay cranked. So we're thinking it's just a carburetor issue, and hopefully he can just clean it out and be done with it, but probably gonna need a new one. So, all right, I'm fixing to work on the tractor, guys. Jennings, don't get behind me, okay, bud? So I'm gonna disc this garden up one more time, just to get some of that last little grass seed off of it. And then ultimately we'll take a poly tarp, cover it up, and so that way this garden will close up for the year. The other garden, we're gonna disc around the pumpkins and the okra. We have a lot of okra that's come in, and then ultimately we're gonna feed it with the chickens, of course, like we always do. You know how that goes. That garden will stay open for a little bit longer, and then we'll close part of it to where the chickens are. We're gonna close that part probably this next week too. It will stay closed, and the chickens have been on it and really made it fertile. So we'll cover it up because ultimately that's where I will grow things like turnips, mustards, collards, things like that in that section. They're really good, and the chickens have just been on it. So it's done really good. So right now let's go ahead and get this garden finished. We'll move up there. Look how good all this looks. We burned that pile, if you remember. It looks a whole lot better. I've got to take the tractor and push a little of it up. I may do some of that today too, because I have a little extra time, and we need to get some of these just tedious little projects done while we don't need to move animals, while no babies are being born, while the hogs are already finished. We're cooking for a family tonight that's fixing to have a baby in our church, so Misty's kind of getting all that ready anyway. So a lot of things that we can just pilfer on and get done, so that way that's one less thing we got to do for the rest of the week. All right, we got it all rode back up, tilled up. All the pumpkins are actually growing really well. The okra looks bad. I've got to cut the okra and get some of that okra cut, then I'm gonna move the water over there and it'll pop right back up. But looking really good. The only thing on this side of the farm that I really have left to do is I've got to redo that fence in the pig forest where they tore it down. I got the tree off of it, but I have not yet actually built the fence back. That's gonna probably be a winter project because it's not something I have to worry about now because he's already bred the mama's back. So I got 3 week, basically piglets coming, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. So basically that will roll me into early winter. So I'm gonna probably look at doing that as an early winter project. Well, the piles got burned. Not all the way, but look at this. I got light shining, but I'm gonna show you this sunset. It was beautiful about 10-15 minutes ago, but I was trying to get the camera to come out here. But that is the sunset. Look how beautiful that is, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. So we finished up for the day. Glad we're done. It's been a long day, long few days. Pigs are done. Stuff's burned. The kids are gonna have their little tennis thing, and then we're gonna get ready to go on a little trip. Family, and get away before the big school starts and we get back to the farm work, guys. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.